Hi there! Right now, I am going to show you how to create your quiz. Proceed to the module you initially created. Click Add. Select Test or Quiz. Enter your preferred title. Input your description. As you can see below, there are several checkboxes. Check off this option if you like to shuffle your questions. You may also check off this option if you prefer to have a due date. Set your date and time you want your quiz to be due. You may also set a time limit for your quiz. Check this off and set how much time your students are allowed to spend on your quiz. You may also show your correct answers and set your time as well. And lastly, you are allowed to enable multiple attempts by checking this and inputting the number of attempts on the blank next to it. Now that we are all done, we can now proceed to adding your questions. Click Add. Select Add Question. You can see on the part the initial template we created. Moving forward, you will be provided with these Quizlets. Click on this drop-down menu to select your question type. Quick tip: essays and file uploads are graded manually by the instructor, while the rest of these will be automatically graded by the platform. In this first question, I will select multiple choice as the type of quiz. Enter your question and add your tag. Add on your point to the student who gets the correct answer. Moving on to choices. Multiple choice being the question type, the correct answer is usually placed on the first choice. Input your incorrect answers on the rest of the choices. After that's all said and done, you want to add another question. So simply click Add and select Add Question. At this point, you will see the first question we created on this part. Moving on, let's proceed by trying out a different question type, which is identification. Enter your question on the description box. Add your tag, set your points, and provide the answer on the blank. If your question only requires one correct answer, you may leave the blanks below. But if your question requires multiple answers, you can input them on the blanks provided. You will also be able to add a comment or a simple explanation regarding the answer. And once that is done, you may now proceed to the same step of adding another question. At this point, I will select true or false as the question type. Repeat the same steps by adding your question, tags, points, and the correct answer. Now at this time, I am selecting an essay. Repeat the same steps by adding your question to the description box and enter your tags. Set the highest point you desire to give to the student who has the best answer. Moving on to the last type of quiz. As usual, repeat the same steps. With reference to the essay quiz we had created, you'll see there will be a text box provided to the students where they will be able to write their answers. Moving forward, I am setting the question type to file upload and repeating the same steps by entering the question, tags, and setting my points. Scroll up and hit save. Since we are done creating the quiz, we can now publish it. On this tab, click Publish To and select your desired class on this drop-down menu. You may decide whether this is a graded activity by turning this switch on. On this drop-down, you may choose the grading criteria. You may choose one of these options below as to when you like your quiz to be published. If you want it to be available now, select Currently Available. You may choose after 24 hours, unavailable, or even set a date and time. And hit Save. If you want to publish your quiz to a different class, you may repeat the same steps we have gone over.